as the Hispaniola sails silently toward Treasure Island. Betrayal spreads like a shadow across the deck. One hidden listener, one shocking discovery, and a mutiny that could erupt at any moment. This is where the adventure takes its darkest turn. Now the real test of courage, loyalty, and survival begins. And our story starts now. Chapter 11, Silver's Proposal. Silver said, "Flint was the captain of the ship, and because of my leg I was the quartermaster." The two men listening to Silver were full of admiration for Flint and praised him endlessly. I realized how Silver was corrupting the honest men among the crew and winning them over. "But tell me something, Barbecue," Israel Hands, the coxswain, said. "How long are we going to take Captain Smollett's orders? I've had enough of him. I want to enter their cabin and take away all their fine stuff." "Israel, you will lie low and speak less until you hear my orders," Silver commanded. "Well, all I'm asking is when," Israel complained. "We'll have to wait till the last moment." "Let them find the treasure first, then we strike," Silver said. "We can't sail the ship without Smollett, and we can't find the gold without them." "Whatever you say, Long John," Israel cried. "I'm no rogue, Israel, but I can't stand these sea lawyers," Silver growled. "Mark me, mates, I'll tear Squire Trelawney apart with my own hands." "That's the spirit, John," the coxswain said. "Dick, fetch me an apple," Silver said. "All this talk's made me hungry." I froze. If Dick came near the barrel, he'd surely spot me. Before I could think of what to do, Silver changed his mind. "On second thought, let's have rum instead. Here's the key. Dick, go fetch it." Now I realized where Mr. Arrow got his alcohol from. After Dick left, Israel and Silver spoke to each other, and I came to know that there were people among the crew who were still faithful to Captain Smollett. The trio then raised a toast to their luck and to old Flint as they drank the rum. Just then the barrel I was in was lit up suddenly by a bright light. Looking upward, I saw that the moon had risen. Suddenly, the voice of the lookout shouted, Chapter 12, 6 against 19? Everyone rushed onto the deck, and I got out of the barrel unnoticed to join them. Along with the moon, a strap of fog rose, and we spotted two low hills toward the southwest. Behind these hills was a third hill that was bigger, its peak obscured by the fog. "Have any of you men ever seen that land?" the captain asked. "I have," Silver replied. "I've come here on a trader's ship once. We weigh anchor on the south behind an islet, is it?" the captain inquired. "Yes, sir. They call it Skeleton Island, and it was a pirate hideout once upon a time," Silver explained. "3 hills run toward the south, but the big one is the main hill, known as the Spyglass. See my chart, and tell me if it's the same place," Captain Smollett said, handing Silver a chart whose eyes gleamed as he took it. But I saw the fresh paper and knew it wasn't the map we'd discovered in the chest. The captain had made a perfect copy of the map, minus the red crosses and handwritten notes. If Silver was disappointed, he disguised his feelings well. "Yes, sir," he replied. "Thank you, my man. You may leave now. I shall call you if needed later," the captain said dismissively. "Oates." I saw Silver approach me now, and I was so scared of his ruthless and cunning nature that I shivered when he put his hand on my arm. "There's the island, my lad." "It's a lovely spot for a young lad like you to go ashore," Silver said. "You can have a bath, climb trees, and hunt goats. If you want to explore the island, all you have to do is ask old John to pack you a great snack to carry along." As soon as Dr. Livesey called me, I whispered urgently, "Please, doctor, go to the cabin with the squire and the captain and send for me there. I have urgent news." The doctor passed my message along, and soon the captain addressed the crew. "Lads, we've sighted our destination. Mr. Trelawney wishes to drink to your good health." The doctor, "He and I will go to the cabin, and your drinks will be served here. Drink to our health and luck, and I thank the gentleman responsible for it." A great cheer rose from the crew, and I could hardly believe these men were conspiring to kill us. "A cheer for Captain Smollett as well," Silver urged, and another cheer rose. The 3 gentlemen left, and soon a message came for me to join them. I found the 3 men sitting. around a table on which a bottle of Spanish wine and raisins rested. "What did you wish to say, Hawkins?" the squire demanded. I told them everything about Silver's conversation with the two men. "Take a seat, Jim," the doctor said once I finished. I was served a glass of wine and given raisins to munch on. Then the three men drank to my health for my bravery and devotion. "You were right, Captain," the squire apologized. "I await your orders now. But I must admit a crew that displayed such devotion seems close to revolt. This is really strange. I have some views, and I'll state them with your permission," the captain said to the squire. "You are the captain, sir. You don't need my permission," the squire declared generously. "The first is that we cannot retreat now. We must go ahead with our plan," the captain said. "If we leave the ship, that would mean more trouble for us. Secondly, we have time in hand. They can't touch us till the treasure is discovered. Third, we still have the support of a few of the crew." "My advice is to wait for the right moment and strike when they least expect it," the captain said. "How many men can we count on? We calculated 7 of us against 19 of them. Jim can help us more than anyone else," the doctor offered. "He's friendly with the crew and a sharp lad. Hawkins, I'm counting on you more than anyone," the squire declared gravely. But I was thinking of something else that terrified me. 7 of us against 19, but really it was 6 against 19 since our 7th member was just a boy. Me. Chapter 13. The Revolt. The island appeared totally different the next morning when I viewed it from the deck. The breeze had ceased, and we lay about half a mile southeast of the low eastern coast. Gray forests covered much of the surface, and the strangely shaped hills stood above the vegetation. The 300 or 400-foot tall spyglass was the strangest in appearance. The Hispaniola stood still but was being rocked around like a bottle, and I felt my head spinning, being on an empty stomach as well. I held onto the backstay for support and thought the entire look and feel of the island projected a sense of sadness. Under normal circumstances, anyone would feel relieved to sight land after being at sea so long. But I hated Treasure Island at first sight. There was a lot of work ahead of us, and with no wind, we had to reach the shore by boat. I offered to be on one of the boats, even though it was none of the cabin boys' business. It was hard, tiring work, and as the boats were being unloaded, the men complained incessantly. We reached the spot marked on the map, with Skeleton Island on one side and the mainland on the other. We dropped anchor and found the island was completely landlocked, with no signs of human settlement. The place was silent as death, and the crew seemed rebellious. The smallest order was met with a frown and barely followed. I could feel revolt in the air. Only Silver obeyed with a quick, "Aye, aye, sir," and sang cheerfully whenever there was no work to do. We gathered in the cabin to talk. "My orders aren't being followed, sir," the captain said. "The crew talks back rudely. If I discipline them, things could get worse. But if I don't, we could all be dead. We'll have to rely on John now. Let the men go ashore for an afternoon and give John a chance to speak with them. That way, we'll be ready." We agreed, and only the honest crew members were given loaded pistols. Hunter, Joyce, and Redruth were let in on the plan. The captain announced the crew could go ashore as a reward for their hard work. They cheered, and the captain put Silver in charge of the party. Silver set off for the island with 12 men while 6 stayed behind on the ship. I suddenly thought, our men can't fight 6 of Silver's men and take the ship. Besides, I'm useless here anyway. I hopped onto a boat unnoticed except by the bow oar, who told me to keep my head down. But I regretted it at once. Someone else had spotted me too. "Is that you, Jim?" Silver shouted. Luckily, my boat reached the island first. I grabbed a branch and flung myself onto the nearest grove. "Jim! Jim!" Silver yelled 100 yards behind on Cybre. But I ignored him and ran as fast as I could straight into the heart of Treasure Island. "Mutiny has begun," There's no turning back now. One crew, two sides. Only one will survive.